All right, here
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Prospecting Adventures. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Who do we got here? We got Roya. How's it going? Let's go, Nati. How you doing? Another episode of Prospecting Adventures where today we're going to talk about talking. You think you're prospecting, but you're not. The way you're answering questions is killing you on the phone. So, Caleb, how are you? So, if you're on YouTube, everybody, hello in YouTube. On Demio, we have you on Instagram. Tara, what up? Lobsters. So, we're going to talk about how do you objection handle? Because if someone's telling you, I'm not ready to list yet, or can you cut your commission? Or I'm going to wait for the elections to finish or wait for this market to change. And if you're not handling it the right way, and we're not talking about a one liner, a witty one liner. Nope. We're going to go over how to address those questions in a way. What's going on? How you doing? It was awesome speaking with you, Tara. It was awesome. Awesome. It's such a good time. What a great event that was with EXP Con in Miami. Great times. Kelly, what up? So the way you're responding, guys, to questions, to objections, is hurting a lot of agents. The more we listen to phone calls with our coaching, the more we're realizing that agents are not having the right conversations with next year, more stages. Oh, absolutely. We're definitely going to get more stages next year. So, like a typical, guys, before I get into this, like a typical response that we get back, someone says, hey, I'm not ready to list yet. A lot of agents are saying, oh, okay, I'll follow up with you in a couple of weeks. How does that sound? Wrong. You lost power there. You lost authority there. And you weren't able to handle that objection the right way. You didn't get into what's going on. You didn't. It's actually going to hurt you talking like that. So today we're going to go over different ways of responding. And a good rule of thumb is if someone objects with you, the best way is to answer with another question. The best thing you can do is answer with another question. If you have a response back to somebody and it's not a question, it's usually not a good response back. All right. So before I get started though, guys, make sure you guys are following us on Instagram. You guys are already doing that. I'm dropping the link there. We also have our Habit House book, our best-selling book on habits that came out last year. So make sure you guys are picking up your copy on that as well. And guys, every week here, every Tuesday, we make phone calls together live, prospect live. We also go over live objection handling to see how do you handle certain objections, and just ask any questions also as to the prospecting process, what systems we use, what do we use to make phone calls, all the different tools and resources that you may have questions about. So definitely just use this as a platform to have your questions asked and have your questions answered as well. And also some weeks we're making live phone calls, calling, so you can actually take out your popcorn and listen to me get loved on, hated on, cussed out, closing deals. It's a lot of fun. That's what we do here, guys. Every single week at 5 o'clock Eastern. All right, guys. So today's agenda is objection handling, but using what we call our behavioral communication method. We call it our BCM method. And we, with the Habit guys, we brought behavioral science into real estate. All right. Thank you so much, Tara. And a lot of you are not responding back with the objection. I'm not ready to list yet. And then the rookie agent saying, I'll follow up with you in a couple of weeks. And you think, oh, I'm being friendly. I'll follow up with you in a couple of weeks. Erica, what's up? Right? And if you answer like that, you're losing power. You're losing authority. So a nugget for you is this. This is the following. So if someone's telling you, I'm not ready to list right now, right? Okay. All right. And you say, I'll follow up with you in a couple of weeks. This hurts you because this response leaves the ball entirely on their court, and it doesn't create any urgency or address the underlying concerns. The agent loses control of the conversation and may never hear from the prospect again. That's just a small example. Vinny, what's going on, brother? That's a small example right there of how you can be too nice. A lot of agents are simply too nice on the phone, and they're not handling that objection in a sales professional way. And the faster you guys realize you guys are sales professionals, the better you're going to end up doing in real estate. So you need to have more discovery, okay? More discovery when you're prospecting. You need to be curious, okay? So guys, make sure you guys are downloading our scripts. If you haven't already, go to habitguys.com/free. Let's get uncomfortable. You better believe it, Vinny. So go to habitguys.com/free to pick up your the scripts. And that's level one. That's the easiest way to prospect, is to get you to build the habit of prospecting the best scripts out there. Okay. And then you have now objection handling. How do you handle those objections so you don't lose power and you don't become too friendly? Grace, what's going on? So that's what you want to do. So in this example, I'm not ready to list yet. And old agent says, yeah, you know what? I'll give you a call later on next week. How's that sound? That sounds great, great, great. No. What you want to do is have a connection question. So write this down. The connection question would be something like this. I understand, you know what? You always, by the way, you always want to receive the information, right? Like, okay, I understand. So what's your biggest concern listing right now? That's what you would ask them if someone were to say that to you, okay? This disarms the prospect by acknowledging that they're hesitating and invites them to share what's really holding them back. Remember, if someone is not ready to list right now, you want to know what is really holding them back. And when you simply say, oh, okay, you don't want to list right now, and instead of saying, oh, why? That comes across as interrogative, as defensive, and puts their walls up. You want to say, oh, you know what? Gotcha. I understand. Not a problem. What's your biggest concern, by the way, with listing your property right now? Okay. And then, so this invites them to really share with you as to what's going on. Because if you don't truly know what's going on and you simply tell the prospect, oh, I'll call you next week then, or let me know if you're ever ready, that you lost, you just lost there. Because if you can't handle them on the phone, what makes them think they can trust you with negotiating their property in the future? And that's why you lose trust. That's why people love you, but they don't send you business. Because people want to do business with people, not that they just like and trust. No like and trust. No like and trust. Yeah, no like and trust. They trust that they can do a kick butt job with negotiating for them, right? So the connection question is, yes, I understand what's your biggest concern about listing right now. That's what you would want to say. All right. And then the next question would be the follow-up situation question. So guys, make sure you guys are writing this down. So what were your original plans for selling? Have those plans changed over the last few months? Okay. Now, this is helping them shift their focus from the current reality and future plans, and helps them identify any delays that may be happening. Okay. And then the consequence question you want to ask them is, well, oh my gosh, all right, you want to list later. I get it. What would happen if the market conditions shift and it becomes harder to sell in 6 months from now? How would that impact your goals? Right? Just asking them questions. Remember, you're responding to questions with questions. Okay? And not just one letter like why? No, really? Like no, really get into it, absorb it, right? And getting into that, right? Another question that I get asked is for sale by owners. You know what? I can sell it myself, and no, I can do it on my own, and all that stuff. A typical agent would say this: well, selling on your own can be hard. Let me show you why hiring me is a better choice, right? Again, a rookie mistake that's made right there. This hurts sales because this response can come across as condescending, making the prospect defensive. The agent is immediately seen as someone trying to invalidate the prospect's ability to succeed on their own. Okay. By the way, if you guys want a copy of these responses that I'm giving you right now in the format, just shoot me a message. Just shoot me a message and I'll go ahead and send that out to you guys. All right, guys. So if someone says to you, I can sell it, on my own. Check this out. I can sell it on my own. You want to say, oh, that makes total sense. It makes sense. All right. What's been the most challenging part of selling it on your own so far? Right? That's what you want to ask them. Now, this acknowledges their efforts and encourages them to open up about the difficulties they faced, making it easier to transition into offering help. Okay? Real simple. Then the next question, hey, Vinny, shoot me a message, Vinny. You got my cell phone. So if you guys want to shoot me a message, shoot me a message. Just text me. Hey, Andy, send me these objection handlers at 305-916-9000. That's 305-916-9000. Shoot me a text and go, yo, Andy, shoot me those objection handlers. All right, no problem. So when someone says, you want to absorb it. Someone says, man, I can sell it myself. You want to you say, you know what, that makes sense. Makes total sense. Now, what's been the most challenging part of selling this on your own? And then the next question would be, how has that affected your timeline and the price you were hoping to get so far? Right? You're just asking questions. Okay. What happens if you don't get a qualified buyer soon? How would that impact your future plans? Right? You're doing a consequence question there, right? Really good there. Your commission is too high. Your commission is too high. Okay. That's a good one. Your commission is too high. So now people say, the rookie question says, oh, okay, yeah, but I understand, but you get what you pay for. How many times? Oh, hello? Roya. Okay, there you go, a lot. There you go. Hello. Hello. Right? You get what you pay for. That's a big one that people say. You know what? You get what you pay for. Right? You get what you pay for. Hold on. Let me make sure my settings are correct. Hello. All right. So saying to somebody, you get what you pay for, that's not a solution either. No, not at all. Right? You get what you pay for. No. This response can come across as defensive and dismissive, and the prospect may feel like their concern is not being taken seriously. And the agent seems more focused on defending their fee than addressing the client's needs. All right. So a better approach is a clarifying question, right? I hear you. And just so I understand, because what specifically are you comparing my commission rate to? That's a great question right there. I hear you. So just so I understand, what specifically are you comparing my commission rate to? So instead of being defensive, you're showing interest and understanding the prospect's concern. Like, oh man, it is? Okay. Like what exactly are you comparing my commission to? I would like to know. Right? So now they can understand and uncover if they've been misinformed or if they have unrealistic expectations. All right? Very simple. And then the problem awareness question is, what are you hoping to, what are you hoping a lower commission agent could do for you that would be different from what I can offer? All right? And then the solution answer question is, what would the process look like if you went with an agent who couldn't offer the same services for a lower rate? How might that affect your final sales price or timeline? Right? So this question allows them to see bigger picture as to what's going on, of paying the higher commission leads to better marketing, negotiating, all that stuff, right? Let's see, here's another one. Let's go over this one here. The do you have a buyer one? That's a good one. Do you have a buyer? Right? A typical agent would say, no, but I'll work hard to find one. So this actually hurts you, because if you say that, this response focuses on what the agent can do rather than understand the client's concern, which can make the agent seem like they're scrambling. You lose power. You lose position there. Okay. So a better approach here is, hey, listen, I understand why that's important. Now, what makes having a buyer right now the top priority for you? So this gets them to open up about their reasons there, okay? Whether it's financial concern or time pressure, right? You want to know. They're going to tell you like why it's so important for them to find a buyer, so what's going on, and then you ask them, okay, well, listen, if we could implement a strategy that attracts serious buyers quickly, how would that change your approach in selling? How would that change your approach in selling? This shifts the conversation from whether or not you have a buyer now to how your expertise can create opportunities for them. So now you're shifting the conversation to, do you have a buyer for me? You're shifting that over to changing it now to the approach that you're going to have for them for selling the property. Okay. And then the consequence question you have for that is, what do you think would happen if you didn't find the right buyer soon? How would that impact your future plans? This creates urgency by making them consider the cost of waiting, right? So these are all mental frameworks that you want to put into their mind so they can start thinking to themselves, oh man, I might need some help. Like, I might need some help. If I don't close it soon, if I don't get this property sold soon, that might put me in a situation that I don't want to be in, right? And then all of a sudden, they're uncovering more and more pain. You're helping them uncover gaps, right? Because remember, everything you say is a lie. Everything they say is the truth. Remember that. That's sales. That's a big sales rule right there. Everything you say is a lie. Everything they say is the truth. So that's why you ask them questions, okay? And they uncover it for themselves. Don't tell them. You need to ask them and let themselves come to that problem of like, wait a minute, I need help. And then once they come to that, then guess what? You're there to help them out. Okay. So, guys, there's some nuggets there for you all. And like I said, if you guys, Cindy, what's up? If you guys want a copy of some of these objection handlers that I just went over, go right ahead and shoot me a text. My number is 305 916 9000. All right, 305 916 9000. And shoot me a text and say, hey, Andy, can I get those objection handlers you were going over? Shoot those over to me as well. Also, we have a for sale by owner training happening mañana. All right. If you want to make money and be a top producer and only work part-time, okay, you do not want to miss this class. I'm dropping it in the comment section. There it is. All right. Or shoot me a text and go, Andy, what's the link to that class? I'm going to show you guys exactly how to get more listings part-time so you become a top producer. Okay. And especially the way the market's going and what's happening, guys, a lot of agents need to produce now. And so there's a state of urgency that we have to shift into. And tomorrow we're going to talk about that to get more listings and to be a top producing agent part-time. Okay, part-time, maximizing that time. All right, guys. So check that out tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern. Shoot me a text if you would like that link if you didn't get it in the comment section, guys. I just blasted that here in the comment section. All right. And I just dropped the link. And that's it, guys. So checking on in here next week, everybody. Checking on in next week. I'll see you guys here. Same channel, same place. Prospecting Adventures. Let's go, guys. Handle those objections, guys, like a ninja. You have to handle questions with a question. Remember that. Have to handle it with a question. All right. So, guys, I love you all so much, and I will see you guys next week.